Hey Jasmine, how you doing? All right, I've got your work up right here. Book cover. Okay, good job. Now, a couple of recommendations I have moving forward. In terms of general layout itself goes, I think that there could be a stronger connection between the kind of the house where the action takes place, kind of that gingerbread house, and the title itself. Right now, I think that the gingerbread house is so tiny, it's so very small, that it seems almost a secondary relationship between the actual house and Hansel and Gretel. I think right now the trees are taking a higher precedence in terms of hierarchy in the illustration itself. So what I would recommend is this. I would recommend increasing the size of the house, okay, and decreasing the size of the trees. You can add another interesting, so this tree, keep it where it's at, but just decrease the size a little bit. And then this tree, you can actually uh, emphasize your depth a little bit in this illustration by moving this tree, kind of placing it back here and making it much smaller. This way you'll get this kind of implied depth. I think it'll be much more interesting. The size of the title itself, I think, is too small. So we're going to increase the size of the gingerbread house. I would increase the size of that whole typographic composition to about something like that. Okay. And then at the very bottom of the page, don't forget your by line. You can either say by and then give the author's name or just give the author's name. You can present that in a different typeface. You don't have to use the same typeface here. That's up to you. But and then my only other recommendation would be to right now the black is really stark. It's almost cold. And I think that doesn't need to be the case. I think what I would recommend doing is using a brown color for the trees. And then I don't think we need this outside border. I really don't. I think it's just kind of basically it's kind of isolating things, not allowing this composition to have a breathing relationship with the outside parameters of the picture plane itself. So right now everything is just kind of being squished in here and held in with this kind of outer frame. I don't think we need it. If you want to keep it, I would recommend changing the color. I think we could add a pop of green in here would be great. But again, I'm not sold on needing that. I would just go ahead and bleed the whole book cover. Finally, in terms of your presentation goes, you can actually, once this is complete, your type is set, you have your author's name and everything is set, what you can do is you can mock up your book cover. And it's really easy to do. You can just do something like this. Here's a book cover right here where the cover has been placed on that book cover and transformed proportionately to match the perspective. That was done in Photoshop. You also see that was placed there, the title on the spine itself, and then you have this side shot where you've got, it's really easy to do. If you can imagine, all you have to do is really transform and conform the perspective of the piece to fit the perspective of the book as it lay on the table, and that's all done in Photoshop. So I would love to see you try to mock up a book for presentation. All right, those are my recommendations and comments. So really good job. Typeface looks great. That's first and foremost, right? So if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. Thank you very much.